I'm not here as an artist that knows everything. I'm here to learn. I've seen the squad on the panel. It's amazing. I'm here to pick some knowledge. And I hope some of us here, I know we have artists here. I see my superstar who in the building. God bless you, my brother. I know there will be some artists here that might not see or recognize, but yes, hopefully we all pick something out of the panel today. So the main conversation we're having is talking music, also I see tourism. Music, of course, is Sarkodie, so that's my terrain. And then the importance of music, I'll start with the fact that music possesses our culture, our language. You know, you can capture time, you can capture moment with music. If there's some song that when they play, it takes you back to a certain time, right? Like you know where you were, exactly what was happening. So sometimes to record history, music is one of the best tools, to use. We archive it, our struggles, our happiness, everything. We use music to take us back to time. We have a lot of journalists that does that, especially like I speak for Afro beats and reggae. You know, these songs represent struggles. As much as people think Afrobeat is like a dance genre that has no content to me, I think the melody there still reminds us as Africans where we came from. And no matter what our struggles are, we find a way to dance. So as far as history is concerned, music being a major role. And by doing that, we're able to build ambassadors organically. If you take the likes of Bob Marley, you take Fela Kuti, here in Ghana, you take Daddy Luba, you can come all the way to Shatta Wale, myself, Good Flick, Good Smoke, a lot. And we are all ambassadors, whether through the music itself, performances, whatever we can do as artists to be able to keep the legacy of Ghana when we still do it. And from there, you intertwine that with tourism as a vehicle for legacy. Now, when we take, we're in the rich space now because of where Afrobeat is. Now we have Afro-Nation worldwide. Now, Africans in diaspora are more confident to call themselves Africans because of music, what we've been able to do. The people in the forefront, the Davidos, the Burner, myself, our 2Bs, we brought our culture back. We made us very, very confident when we go out there. Years back, I didn't live in abroad, but I know that people in the diaspora, they used to feel very shy to even associate themselves to their roots. And when music came in, it became a tool for us to be proud and go out there with our full chest. Doing things like festivals, as I said, Afro-Nation, and like what we're about to do. I know a lot of people are coming. I had the flights which I'm trying to get my wife here. It's been very hard for me to get her here. That should tell you what is happening in Kumasi this weekend. A lot of people are coming down here. And that's when the tourism and music comes together. Because Sarkodie is doing alcoholic, and just for that, we have people coming in from, I think starting from yesterday. When we get the tickets from yesterday till Sunday. So you have people here before the show, so you can guess what they're doing before the DJ. They're going out there, they are doing sightseeing, they're going to the museums, all the sites here in Kumasi. So this shows how strong and how connected music and tourism is. So now, today what I want to take away is how we can impact the people themselves, you guys, the consumers, and how we can do, how we can empower our creative industry. So Kumasi Rising, I'll limit it to Kumasi because the talent here is amazing. I think I said this years before Kumasi got the attention that it needed. I've always been coming to Kumasi to do shows, and I've seen the swag, the energy here. I can't compare it to anywhere else. You know, the type of music Kumasi was doing. The Asaka movement, people think it just came 2 or 3 days ago. It's been in existence since I came to Sarkodie. I used to come here and perform a lot of it. And before I perform, I was watching the artists that come. I'm like, what type of sound is this? This is crazy. And they've been consistent and now getting the attention that they need. So we definitely want to encourage investment in the local arts here in Kumasi. And that's one thing that most investors are very scared about. One thing I can say for sure, music is one of the most safest and lucrative business you can get into. I I mean, compare music to any other product you can think about, whether it be water, real estate, anything. To me, I would rate music over real estate. And people might not believe that. But let's say you own a company, which I see a lot of companies do, when they have workers that they pay monthly, they pay to service machines, a lot of money that costs to even run that business. Yes, music takes money, but once it takes off, can you imagine that Lewis Campbell is making more money? To me, I think he's making more money now than when he was even alive. Michael Jackson is the same. You know, so this is an industry that we can't just see it as entertainment and people are just jumping and that's it. This is a serious money-making machine. And I would urge investors, and I understand sometimes it's really hard to have a conversation with investors, but they don't understand what it really is. It's about ownership. Whether it's partnership, Sarkodie, I own 100%. You can come with partner, you own 20, you own 50, depends on what you bring on board. I think for a long time, I'm not limiting this to just wealthy people with the money, with the cash to come in. Even you as an individual can actually buy shares in music as well. I did that with one of my EPs called Championship, where the fans hold 40% of the revenue. They make money every month. And they can tell you, just to put in some coins and eat for the rest of your life, how many businesses are going to do that? If your workers don't show up tomorrow, your business might suffer. Music is different. The more you guys are enjoying, I don't think you guys are about to stop enjoying any movies. You guys are getting married every day, having, especially Kumasi, even Sudos, that keeps the money going. Because the more you guys are enjoying, the artists make money. So when you invest in it, that's what you're getting out of it. So now what we need to do to wrap all this thing up is to build an ecosystem around it to be able to maintain it, control it. And now, yes, we control the narrative of what we want people to think about Ghana, what we think about Ghana. Music is one of the easiest tools to use. So the ecosystem around it, which I would say everything, I'm just giving you a summation of what's going to happen here with the people coming on board. Because I want to learn a lot. I have my own ideas, but I'll speak it. I think I'm coming on a one-on-one. But yes, we need to build the ecosystem around the creative industry so that we know the rules of who and what, and how we can all play our parts to make this the bigger conversation and then the success of our industry. So I want to say this: music moves people, tourism brings them together, but legacy changes lives. So now that's the legacy we're looking for. We have to preserve it. When we did Alcoholic, that was last year or 2 years, so we did 2 years ago. And we did the Alcoholic exhibition. I don't know if you guys had it. You know, it was amazing in Accra, where my whole achievement was created in the building for people to come and see. And I went there looking at that myself. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Now, if we do that for most creative people, let's imagine having that for Wadaliluba, Kogenji, Amachide, Shatta Wale. It's going to be amazing. So we need to keep legacy, and that is where we are right now, to have conversation around how we can be together as an ecosystem and protect it and play our parts, our key roles to keep this running. I won't take too much time because I know we have amazing people coming on to speak and here to them as well. So thank you guys for coming, and I'll come back. God bless you. And I have this funny thing that I said. There's a shop in town. This woman, people don't even go there to buy it, but she's always open. And that. Maybe I know the only person that will open is that woman. It's just consistency, because she just loves opening the shop and just being there. So that's the same thing with music for me. I love music. I didn't do music to become Sarkodie, a famous person, and people start getting you know. I want to just when I rap to somebody, the person is excited. That's to me my thing. I enjoy it. Till today, that's what I want. When I'm writing, I'm thinking about salvation. Shall the line really about out? They want to love this. Till days, that's what I do. I don't sit down to write hits, I don't do all of that. It's out of love. So when you love something, the ups and downs comes and go, and you can stand it because you don't even notice that there's ups and downs. All you notice is just making music. That to me will be the top one to build the legacy. You have to really get into what you do.
Okay, I mean, speaking about consistency, let's get into it, because there are people who have been doing this for quite a while, but they haven't gotten anywhere close to where you are. How do they not give up? Because I have sat down and looked at certain people and said, can you just stop saving already? Because it's probably not working. You don't think that I'm not the only one who has said that, right? I'm sure that you've all seen one artist or the other and said, it's okay, this rap is not working, you do something else. But you say that you stuck with it, you were consistent with it. If there's someone who's listening, who definitely, I know a lot of these people who are listening, how did you manage to go through, that waiting period? Because you make it sound very easy, but I'm sure that it wasn't as easy as you make it sound.
I believe that. I've had this conversation with other people. They said the same thing. That you're saying, but it's not that easy. But mind you, I was in the same space. There was a lot of people that were not like what's happening here as well. So if you think, even to this, there's still people that doubt, which I understand. It's life. That's what you have to understand. It's life. Some things are not meant for everybody. Some will like it, some won't. But funny that as humans, we are wired to respond to the ones that doesn't go in our favor. So you can say yes, 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 yes. When somebody says, "What can you tell you?" You'll be sure that you focus on that comment and try to understand why the person said that. So that's what we normally do. We get stuck in time on the negative energy. I don't have to be a fan. I keep telling people that to give me your answer. This is Sarkodie. What do you think? I'm like, my opinion. I can say something that will bless you, but I might not like it. But I'm not the one to tell you whether you're going to make it or not. Maybe it's not made for me. So that attitude of knowing that you're headed somewhere, you see things at night. When you sleep, when you're alone, you know what you're seeing. Nobody can be able to interfere with that. One thing I can say as Sarkodie is I'm a very stubborn person when it has to do with decisions. When I make a decision, that's it. Nothing you can do to stop me from going. So that one maybe you have to work on yourself to get to that point, but you need that resilience to be able to move further. But if you listen to stuff when you get stuck in your journey and then you can't move forward, that's where you trouble yourself. So build that resiliency and then just keep going. I think you're going to make it.
You get to speak with a lot of upcoming artists and tell them these things. Especially, let's focus on the massive artists. Do you get to tell them some of these?
When I get a chance to have a one-on-one, I'll pass on my knowledge. I believe journeys are different, but we have certain facts that everybody can apply. So somebody's journey might be different on how they're going to grow, but I see certain routes that people take that I didn't believe in it, but it made it. So all I was saying is keep doing what you're doing and love it. So when I get a chance to meet them one-on-one, I've met a few of them and we have conversation. Yeah.
But I'm sure that you've also seen some take a certain approach that you think isn't the best. Have you?
Yes.
And have you reached out to them to let them know? In the position that you are, being
I think I've done that before.
You have? To who?
You want me to be specific on?
Yes.
No, I can't mention names, but there are certain artists that I knew, and then they were responding to things that I felt in the long run would go against them. Because it's about what you say, what you put out there. So I reached out, like, calm down. I know things can get to you, but be very careful what you say. Because people will be watching you with what you said, instead of just listening to what you're doing, or the music you're putting out. So things like that can reach out. If it's that level, I think, I'm close to you, I will.
Okay. Now, with Master specific, the artists here, what do
you be part of it? Your role will be the top priority. Trust me, the crowd, even the consumers are part of the ecosystem. When you go out there and we're doing shows and nothing, and then somebody is over Ghana, no, that's where it starts. So me, my top priority is that if you come on my page, my main page, if I have to post any song, this one is my CD that no one knows. It has to be from the Ghanaian. You can go all the way back to.
Has brought you this far?
I think I had the best experience as far as especially at ICB. Because I didn't have the tools like what we have today. We doing this. I didn't have that when I was coming. I didn't have somebody sit down and speak for me to pick few things, which is good and bad. The good side is I was allowed to make no mistakes on the go. So I was figuring it out. But for some reason I just felt like being authentic was one thing that stood out for me. So hear Sarkodie, you see Sarkodie, and you only see Sarkodie, hear Sarkodie. I don't want you to start to think, oh, is it like this guy, or so authenticity was like my top priority in the beginning. And also taking things slow and not skipping the process, because that's the way you build anything strong. Whether it be in the building, career, anything, you can do your checks. It's facts. You have to go through the process. If you skip it, it's not strong enough. So I think that's what I did. I took time to go through everything. When I say everything, Ghana guys here, that's my big boss, Mr. Big Boss Santana. He saw that they want to feel like putting in negative energy out there. But one thing I'm saying is this is a big opportunity for anyone. It's not just a big boost out there. Even if you're here, you have the leadership skills to be able to bring people together, organize stuff, do all these things. It's bigger than somebody's personality, or how somebody is, or how somebody speaks. Because it's way bigger than that. It's a whole ecosystem. Somebody, if Ghana doesn't survive, my legacy is not safe. So I can go and achieve this for myself. I can go to the BET and do the Grammy. It will be for us. I swear to God. Like it will be. There was a post on the BET page talking about the first Afrobeat artist to sell out the Apollo. They forgot Sarkodie and did. And they put Burna Boy. But it's not their fault. Because of how our industry is here in Ghana, we are not up there putting our narrative out there. I can do it personally as a PR, whatever. But it's beyond that. It's way bigger. All the artists in Nigeria are private because the big three and the whole industry is private.
Let me put on my journalist cap because you talk about putting you out there. And my colleague journalists are here. I have seen many journalists complain about how you artists don't appreciate them enough. When you're traveling, you don't travel with the journalists, you go on your own, then you send us pictures to post for you. We deserve to sit in the plane and go with you, right? But you don't. But these other people put all of those infrastructures in place to make sure that, the stories are getting out there as they're happening. Do you have plans in that regard to let them, carry them with you?
Yeah, so we do